Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Yeah, I mean, the show is, of course.
Okay.
Pat Unleashed program is here on Blaze Television and Radio Network, along with Pluto TV, Channel 238, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right.
You can dial the show at 888-900-3393 if you'd like to participate, or you can tweet at Pat Unleashed. And you can do even hashtag, put that in your pipe anymore?
Yeah,
is that part of the deal?
The Pat heads use that. It's not completely required.
Not mandatory?
Yeah, we're going to find you. If you tag, I tell you who to tag. You got to tag, what is it, N. Collins Blaze? What is your,
really?
Is that your handle there, Nate?
Well, put the handles up on the screen for those of you watching.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, N. Collins Blaze. He's the one that's pulling your tweets, so he's probably more important to tag than even Pat Unleashed, although he's looking for the Pat Unleashed.
Let's not mistake this at all. If I don't read your tweets during any kind of tweet segment, it's his fault.
It's Nate's fault. Yeah. And in fact, that actually needs to become its own hashtag. Hashtag it's Nate's fault. Okay, there you go.
So we had an interesting conversation, debate, fight, battle between Senator Rand Paul from the great state of Kentucky and Dr. Anthony Fauci. Yeah. Is his title like
I don't know.
His actual title?
He's like the head medical advisor for Biden.
Medical director.
Sure.
Whatever. Sure. I mean, you know who he is, Dr. Anthony Fauci. But as I was listening to their exchange, and it's really good. I don't know what's going to become of it. Yeah, it's just another
Fauci lost his cool.
Senate debate.
That was fun to see.
Well, he lost his cool because I think in the long run he knows he actually did lie about it.
I think you're right.
And there were a couple of things that happened in the exchange. That one thing that didn't happen should have happened, and one thing that did happen shouldn't have happened. Really?
Yeah.
Okay. But I was looking as I'm thinking about Rand Paul and what's going to happen in the future and Dr. Fauci. And then I'm looking at these COVID stories that are just, I mean, everything is wrapped around COVID. So I was just thinking about these are some, hey, hump day. Today's hump day. So COVID hump day headlines.
Wait, COVID hump day headlines?
COVID hump day headlines.
That might be an early favorite for the title.
Federal judge refuses to stop vaccine mandates from Indiana University.
Yeah, I saw that. Not good.
VP Kamala Harris tested negative for COVID-19 after the meeting with the Democrats. It was just a routine checkup.
Wait, yeah, why are you getting a test?
I thought it was just a routine checkup, but she tested negative. Physician warns about the dire health risk of the Delta variant, says there's been several breakthrough cases. No, we know that. Flimsy evidence behind the CDC's push to vaccinate children, you think? Pediatricians group recommends all children wear masks at school. There's plenty of schools that are fighting back against that. Quebec nursing home often gave morphine rather than treat COVID-19 patients. I want to say I'm not necessarily opposed to that. I'm here sick. Here's some morphine. Okay, thank you. But it doesn't go over well when what happens is if you're really sick, and the reason they give you morphine is because if they give you too much, then you forget to breathe. And when you forget to breathe, you're dead. France, thousands protest against the vaccination. We actually showed you some of that protest yesterday. China opposes WHO, the World Health Organization's call for second investigation of the coronavirus lab leak theory. That's a surprise. I wonder why they would. Oppose something like that. And the CDC and the State Department issue highest warnings against travel to the UK over a rise in COVID cases. And Canada, our friends to the north, is going to open their borders to fully vaccinated U.S. travelers on August 9th.
Yeah, and I don't know that you want to play this now, but we have a clip of even Justin Trudeau talking about get ready for years of needing to get vaccinated.
Gosh, yeah, let's hear what
you want to see this?
Yeah.
Justin Trudeau.
Make it part of the...
While more and more Canadians are getting vaccinated right now, it's also important to plan ahead for the future. We've reached an agreement with Pfizer for 35 million booster doses for next year and 30 million in the year after.
Okay.
This deal includes options to add 30 million doses in both 2022 and 2023, and an option for 60 million doses in 2024. Pfizer has been a solid partner for Canada in this fight against COVID-19, and we're happy to be one of the first countries to secure an agreement with them going forward. These boosters will be the latest version of the Pfizer vaccine based on research and testing, and they will help us keep the virus under control.
Wow.
And the work doesn't end there either. No. We're on ongoing discussions with other vaccine manufacturers about their plans for booster shots.
Yeah, the 30 million from Pfizer is not going to be enough. So we need the Moderna deal.
We need our population drugged for eternity. That's what he's saying.
That's amazing.
Boosters forever. And can we get a still shot, though? Because there's just,
it's for your safety.
ADD here moment, if I could. Just a still shot. Any still shot will do from that. I do realize that in Canada, parts of the country speak French. Most of the country speaks English. Do we need two sign language?
We have to be all inclusive.
No, but wait a minute. If you read sign language,
80 squares.
I need to know this. If you speak sign language, then why do you need is that a French signer and an English speaking signer?
Sure it is.
That makes no sense at all. It's the same message. I don't understand.
No, it's American Sign Language.
Yeah, if you can't, right, it's English. And
ASL.
Yeah.
So there's French Sign Language too?
Yeah. There's only a few sign language positions that mean the same thing.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Why don't you demonstrate since you know it so well?
We all know that that's worldwide.
Okay,
that's
right,
universal.
I got it.
That's universal. Well, you said, can you give us an example?
No.
We all know that's one. What do you mean?
Oh, no. Okay.
And then there's...
Yeah. No, I got... No.
I mean, that's a universal one, right? Mm-hmm. There you go. That's a universal one.
I thought I would just join in there.
When you lean down and put your hand in front of your... below your waist and move it really fast. People know what you mean. I'm just saying those are universal sign languages.
I've got more headlines for you here. You got Oregon may use National Guard for door-to-door COVID questions. Oh, that'll be fun.
Because they're volunteers. They're volunteers coming to your neighborhood.
Biden allies want phone carriers to block anti-vax messages.
Yep, with the text, they're part of that. That's part of the social media push and the campaign for the phones so that if I text you, hey, man, I'm thinking about, I don't know that I'm going to get the shot or not. Boop, 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 boop. I'm going to have to get this text could be, you're going to have all of it. It's agonizing.
No, it's going to be good.
Agonizing.
And while this isn't a COVID-related headline, I love how China has been busted for hacking into getting Ebola research information. Now, why would they be trying to, on the DL... Why would they be on the down low trying to get Ebola research information,
that is
Jeffy?
Interesting.
That
is interesting.
I mean, if you're doing legitimate research purposes, just ask for it.
That is interesting.
I love Chinese people too, but come on.
Thank you.
But the connections with China. I mean, why would you have to steal the information when you've got a Dr. Fauci just helping you out with it?
Is that and we'll get to Rand Paul and Dr. Fauci because it's great. But is that I saw the headline of the Microsoft hack. Because there's a big I don't have it in front of me now. I saved it for the other show, Chewing the Fat show, to talk about. I haven't read the full story yet. But there was a Microsoft hack as well that was tied to China that this administration, the one that has the president Joe Biden at the helm, won't slap down China over it.
That's separate. This, this was they were. Working with the it was a global intrusion type thing. I think that's a different situation there with the Microsoft. I know what you're talking about.
So it's just China, needing information. And look, and we're going to oppose you coming in and taking a look at the Wuhan lab again too over the lab leak theory. Don't forget that first time that they went, they were there for I think 2 or 3 days. And they finally got to Wuhan, and they looked. It was like they walked around the outside of the. Yep, there's the lab. Look at the time. We got to go. Nope, we didn't find anything. Everything's fine. Mm-hmm. It's just amazing.
Yeah, but again, why are they having to hide, and why are they
going after the information,
and why are they having to hack when they've got?
That is
a good friend, so close,
and they're so big. I mean, they're really growing in areas where Ebola is prevalent on this planet. So it'd be interesting why they have to hack that information. There's got to be something else in that.
Could it be for nefarious purposes? No, not China.
What?
No, not China.
No, we're talking about people's health and safety.
Yeah, we got to do research.
My gosh, yes.
Got to do gain of function. What?
I know. And that is what Rand Paul was going after Anthony Fauci, Dr. Anthony Fauci, yesterday as part of the Senate Health Committee hearing. And he is not the head, and I'm not sure who the head of the Health Committee is, but she's busy telling him time's up when time's up. That's for sure. But it's a long exchange, but it's worth it. And we'll stop and start it because I want you to pay attention to what Rand Paul is saying, and then what Anthony Fauci is saying.
Dr. Fauci, as you are aware, it is a crime to lie to Congress. Section 1001 of the U.S. Criminal Code creates
Just a reminder,
felony
Tony,
and a
that's
5-year
all.
penalty for lying to Congress. On your last trip to our committee on May 11th, you stated that the NIH has not ever and does not now fund gain-of-function research in the Wuhan Institute of Virology. And yet, gain-of-function research
Tony
was
hates it
done
so
entirely
much.
in the Wuhan Institute by Dr. Shi and was funded by the NIH. I'd like to ask unanimous consent to insert into the record the Wuhan virology paper entitled Discovery of a Rich Gene Pool of Bat SARS-Related Coronaviruses. Please deliver a copy of the journal article to Dr. Fauci. In this paper, Dr. Shi credits the NIH and lists the actual number of the grant that she was given by the NIH. In this paper, she took 2 bat coronavirus genes, spike genes, and combined them with a SARS-related backbone to create new viruses that are not found in nature. These lab-created viruses were then shown to replicate in humans.
Sounds to me.
These experiments
like
combine
gain of
genetic
function.
information from different coronaviruses that infect animals but not humans to create novel artificial viruses able to infect human cells. Viruses that in nature only infect animals were manipulated in the Wuhan lab to gain the function of infecting humans. This research fits the definition of the research that the NIH said was subject to the pause in 2014 to 2017, a pause in funding on gain of function. But the NIH failed to recognize this, defines it away, and it never came under any scrutiny.
Right.
Dr. Richard E. Bright, a molecular biologist from Rutgers, described this research in Wuhan as the Wuhan lab used NIH funding to construct novel chimeric SARS-related coronaviruses able to infect human cells and laboratory animals. This is high-risk research that creates new potential pandemic pathogens that exist only in the lab, not in nature. This research matches, these are Dr. E. Bright's words, this research matches, indeed epitomizes, the definition of gain-of-function research, done entirely in Wuhan, for which there was supposed to be a federal pause.
Which are supposed to be.
Dr. Fauci,
Tony?
knowing that it is a crime to lie to Congress, do you wish to retract your statement of May 11th where you claimed that the NIH never funded gain-of-function research in Wuhan?
Here we go.
Oh, yeah, turn your mic on,
Yep,
douche.
bro.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Senator Paul, I have never lied before the Congress, and I do not retract that statement. This paper that you were referring to was judged by qualified staff up and down the chain.
Up and down
as
your
not
chain.
being gain of function.
So
What was? Let me finish.
You take an animal virus and you increase its transmissibility to humans.
Right.
You're saying that's not gain of function?
Yeah, that is correct. And
That's
Senator
correct.
Paul, you do not know what you are talking about.
Okay, stop
quite
for just a
frankly.
second.
Okay, what?
All right, so this is the headline, right? Fauci tells Paul he doesn't know what he's talking about. All right, so not that Anthony Fauci is lying about gain of function, not that there's 2 definitions now, 2 or 3 definitions for gain of function, because I wish, and Rand, I would say, to tease the rest of the clip, I hope he's going to ask Anthony Fauci, then define it. If this isn't gain of function, and you're saying, this was up and down the chain of your experts saying that it wasn't gain of function, explain to me what is your definition of gain of function,
right,
Dr. Fauci.
And can I just say that it really puts into a whole different perspective the quote just before Trump took office, where Fauci says, "There is no question that there will be a challenge to the coming administration in the arena of infectious diseases." And he said that during a pandemic preparedness. Anyway, go ahead.
Right. All right. Back to Tony and Rand.
I want to say that officially. You do not know what you are talking about.
Oh, that's
okay,
official.
You get
NIH,
one person.
Let's read from the NIH definition of gain of function. This is your definition that you guys wrote.
Okay.
It says that scientific research that increases the transmissibility among mammals is gain of function.
Yeah, that's your
They
definition.
took animal viruses that only occur in animals, and they increase their transmissibility to humans. How you can say that is not gain of function?
It is not.
It's a dance,
then
and
what
you're
is?
dancing around this because you're trying to obscure responsibility for 4 million people dying around the world.
Okay, stop for just
pandemic.
a second. Now he's trying to. The one thing that he tries to tie it into, and he later on kind of says that he isn't, but right there he kind of ties it into COVID, right? We're responsible for 4 million deaths.
Right.
And
Totally.
right, but later on, and Fauci, you're going to see, gets pissed and says that he's trying to blame him for the COVID, and really, Rand Paul originally isn't doing that. He's trying to find out, stop this gain of function, and he tied it into COVID here, and it was a loose tie, but he probably shouldn't have done that. Go ahead.
And let's send Dr. Fauci.
I have to. Well, now you're getting into something. If
Right.
the point that you are making is that the grant that was funded as a sub-award from EcoHealth to Wuhan created SARS-CoV-2, that's where you are getting. Let me finish.
We don't know.
Well,
we don't
wait
know
a minute.
if it did
I
come
can-
from the lab, but all
You-
the evidence is pointing that it came from the lab,
You-
and there will be responsibility for those who funded the lab, including yourself.
I
Sub-award,
totally
too.
This committee
resent-
will allow the witness to respond.
I totally resent the lie that you are now propagating, Senator, because if you look at the viruses that were used in the experiments, that were given in the annual reports, that were published in the literature,
Right.
it is molecularly impossible.
No one's saying those viruses caused it.
It
No
is
one is
Right, but he did
molecularly.
kind of stop for
virus
just a
caused
second.
the
Okay, just about. He did kind of.
Yeah.
With the responsible for 4 million lives, which is why he shouldn't have done that. And Fauci, obviously is saying no way that
Because you gave Fauci an out.
right with
On the
with the other
gain of function,
tests
yeah.
that you're calling gain of function had nothing to do with SARS-CoV-2 with COVID-19, which is I would say that part of it is true, is that those tests, whether gain of function or not, however you define it, weren't COVID-19. And so, by saying responsibility for 4 million lives.
Yeah, we'll get to the connection later on
Right.
COVID. Right now, I need to pin you down on
Right.
the gain of function.
Right.
And it kind of dampened. I see
and
your
that's
point.
and that's where he's Fauci is dancing around here now. Go ahead, but he let's be clear. And Fauci talks about the sub award. He threw the sub award in, right? So he knew he gave the money to, like I gave the money to Keith, and I knew that Keith was going to give it to Martin, and Martin was going to buy drugs with it. All right. Gain
Whoa, what?
Gain of function.
Yeah.
Gain of function.
Yeah.
Gain of drugs.
Yeah, he knows you, man.
And but I gave it to you. Thank you. Oh, I know. Just a second. It's a little early, but go ahead.
A little early.
But he knew that you were going to give it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? He gave it to you
Exactly.
under the premise, under the auspices of, well, I'm just giving it to you to test whatever you want to test with. It's agonizing. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Pandemic. What we're alleging is that gain of function research was going on in that lab, and NIH funded it.
That
You
is
can't
not-
get away from it. It meets your definition, and you are obfuscating the truth.
I'm not
Senator Paul,
obfuscating the truth.
Senator
You are the
Paul's
one.
time
You're
is
obfuscating. You're
expired, but I
obfuscating.
will
No, you're
allow the witness
obfuscating.
to
Let me just finish. I want everyone to understand that if you look at those viruses, and that's judged by qualified
see, he's-
virologists and evolutionary biologists, those viruses are molecularly impossible
No one's
to
saying
result
they are. No
in
one's saying those viruses
SARS-CoV-2.
caused the pandemic.
Senator Paul,
We're saying they are gain-of-function viruses because they were
they're not.
animal viruses that became more transmissible in human, and you funded it.
And
won't
you
admit the truth.
And you
Senator
implying
Paul, your time has expired, and I will allow witnesses who come before this committee to respond.
and you are implying that what we did was responsible for the deaths of individual. I totally resent
could
that.
have
And
been.
if anybody
And it
is
could have.
lying
It
here,
absolutely
Senator,
could have been,
it is you.
Senator Smith.
I hope that that's good. Thank you. I hope that the rest of the conservatives, Republicans, senators, and congressmen, for that matter, get behind Rand Paul on this, and I have a feeling they're not going to.
No, he's been the only one
I know.
this whole time.
I know. And let's be clear, Rand Paul is a medical doctor, right? I mean, he does have a little experience. I know that
He's an eye doctor.
that's a medical doctor.
You just said he wasn't.
No, I said he was.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood.
Yeah.
I apologize.
And so, I mean, he
knows what he's
does
talking
know
about.
a little bit of
Right.
what he speaks of, right?
Right.
And so it's surprising to me that he doesn't get more support for that, which means it seems almost like they don't want to know.
Right. And we're always hearing, listen to the professionals, listen to the
Right.
experts. Well, congratulations for the unique position that Rand Paul is in
Right.
to speak to this. And where is the support? Exactly. There's never any support on the right side.
It's such a strange thing. I just don't understand. I mean, the support is Mitch McConnell, his partner in crime from Kentucky, comes out and wants everybody to be vaccinated, and it's more important than ever to get the shot. And, I mean, okay, that's fine, but I don't know. Now, it's possible that he did comment on the Rand Paul hearing testimony, but I doubt it. And it drives me insane. And look, Anthony Fauci lied. There's no question about that. He lied, and he knows he lied. And he's dancing around the definitions of gain of function, that they've been doing it so that they could spend the money, and he's been doing it. The guy is an institution, and if he didn't know what his subcontract money went to, then he should be fired because of that.
Well, and this is something that Steve Deace has covered very well on The Blaze in the afternoons, is that Fauci is tied to so much suspicious funding of heinous stuff, heinous experiments on children and babies, and oh gosh, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know where the money goes. I mean,
right.
Then you need to be out for other reasons.
Right.
Either way, you're either evil or an idiot.
Correct.
Or possibly both.
Or possibly, yeah, definitely. But he's not an idiot. So he's just, what's the word you used?
Evil?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I'll own that
That's
one.
right.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All day.
So it's just fun times. Fun times.
Don't
And
you
I don't
love
know
this
what we
year?
get. Okay, so the only reason that it's a problem, other than, oops, oh man, did I drop that on the floor? Darn, oh no, everybody's sick now around the world. Sorry.
Yeah. And the life expectancy, did you see that? We've now lost a year and a half after 2020. I think it was probably all the shark attacks we had last year, right?
Right.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, those shark
I can't think of any.
you mean.
Incidents. Yes.
They're not attacks. Don't be bad-mouthing sharks, bro.
So that's neat worldwide.
So what is it now? 77?
77.4.
Okay,
I believe is now.
I remember when I hit 77.
Tell us about it.
Yeah, it was a fun time.
Yeah?
Fun time. Yeah, I thought, oh my gosh, I made it.
Yeah. At least
we've lost. It was 78.
You were past drafting age.
We lost a year
for the Civil War
from this past year.
Wow. We're at 77.4, so we've lost a year and a half, and it's hit blacks and Latino Americans even harder. Whereas in the U.S., we've lost a year and a half collectively. They've lost 3 years among those races.
Wow.
Right. It's pretty phenomenal, huh?
That really is. And, no, I won't use that joke. Never mind. I was going to...
Wait a minute.
I actually censored myself.
The guy that started off the first 2 minutes of the show doing what he was doing,
showing people the responsible.
Yeah, we know what it is. I tell you where the life expectancy is probably
I want to do it again.
dropping off considerably is probably where a civil war is descending, and that's South Africa, where it is out of control, where farmers and they're being completely assaulted, and the police are they're nowhere.
Right.
They're absolutely nowhere. In fact, they're now saying that you can line up and get groceries, right? But you can only have one person from your family go in.
Okay.
You get 15 minutes. You better use a credit card, and you can only get out of here with 20 items.
That's awesome. That's a reality show.
And as someone has aptly pointed out on Twitter, and I could not find who this was, made this great point. Oh, look, a nation that was founded on CRT.
Yep.
Here's what happens.
It's good we've got that going on there. You got Cuba, right? And you've got other protests in Iran. And we can get to Cuba a little bit. There's some other stuff on Cuba that's incredible, and I'm not sure. Obviously, this administration under President Biden is on fire and knows exactly what he's doing.
Oh my gosh, hold on a second. I don't want to derail you in your thought here, but you may find it very helpful to transition to Jim Jordan, who's going to make every point that you're thinking of right here, because he was just put on the what commission is it?
Oh, Jim Jordan. Oh my gosh.
He was put on the what commission?
The 1-6.
Thank you. Okay, and so he's talking about this. But he ends up just going through a laundry list of what the Biden administration has been accomplishing.
Do we have time to listen to Jim
let's
Jordan
hit that.
and
Let's hit
his
that.
1-6
Yeah, let's do
commission?
That. Go ahead.
Senator McCarthy asked me to serve on that. I want to serve because we know what this is. This is impeachment round 3. This is to go after President Trump. And frankly, Grant, I don't frankly blame the Democrats for doing this, because what else they got? I mean, it's wrong what they're doing, but what else they got to talk? They're going to talk about inflation. They're going to talk about the price of everything going up. They're going to talk about the crime in all our urban areas. They're going to talk about the crisis on the border. I mean, Grant, think about our border. We had a record number of illegal immigrants crossing our border in March. But then that was broken by the record number in April, which, of course, was broken by the record number in May, which, of course, was then broken again by the record number in June. That's how crazy the situation is. So they can't talk about any of those issues. So what are they going to do? The same old thing. Go after President Trump, who was the most successful president in our lifetimes. They're going to go after him again. So, look, I'm on the committee, and I'm going to focus on the truth. I'm going to focus on the facts.
I hope that's true.
And you know, if you can, in about 30 seconds, you, Jim Banks, another great fighter there, you can call attention to some of their hypocrisy and some of the crazy things that they're saying, because it would have been really a travesty if Republicans said, hey, we're not going to be on this committee.
Yes, that's
we will do that. I mean, there were a number of the folks on this committee who objected on January 6, 2017. Remember, for 4 years, they said the 2016 election was old. So I guess the rule is only Democrats can object to any type of election and raise any concerns about an election. When we do it, that's terrible. But they can do it no problem. So once again, the double standard, we will definitely point out that, not to mention the fact that during the summer of 2020, they said that they called all those terrible actions that took place against law enforcement, small business owners, and American citizens. They called it peaceful protests. They talked about defunding the police. They actually did defund the police, and they bailed out the very people who were creating the anarchy in our streets.
And the crime numbers are increasing because of that. Yeah. We're already seeing the reaction to defunding the police.
Yeah, and he's absolutely right on Democrats questioning election integrity. I mean, that was their mantra.
Oh, but Hillary still hasn't said that she lost the election.
Right, and there's
still Russian collusion.
There's this beautiful montage making the rounds of Democrats going after Dominion voting machines, talking about absentee ballots and all this stuff. Oh my goodness! But
I know. But don't you forget about 1-6.
1-6. It all comes down to 1-6.
It does. The day
it's
democracy almost died.
It's exactly the way they were with the vaccines. Hated them when Trump was in office. Loved them when Biden is in office.
Right.
Please stop with your line that this isn't political. Get the vaccine. Oh, it's been political for as long as we've been talking about a vaccine or mask. You guys say we're wearing masks. We're going to wear the mask so people don't think we're Trump supporters. Everything is political with these people. There's nothing on principle.
And we'll tell you more about what, speaking of being more political than they should be, on the FBI.
Oh, no. This is not good.
A nightmare.
This is not good.
Wait. you talking about?
Yes, yes.
We just heard the symphony during the break music. If you're listening on Blaze Radio, it was awesome. Not quite as awesome as this one, really, but it was awesome.
No, that's so. You got some stuff for us, right? Some in the fat pile.
Hey, I mean, do I have the fat pile? I mean, I could do some fat pile stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do some. We could do some robot stuffs.
Oh,
we'll go down the robot list. We'll get to the FBI that we teased going into the bottom. I love that so much.
Yeah.
That music,
so why didn't you let it
awesome.
play?
I'm sorry.
You just kept going, and they're trying to finish their little song they learned. That's good. Oh, no, I take it back. Come on. They got to be trying. This had to be a joke. I want to know the backstory.
That was really good. That's what it is. Really good. Good morning. Welcome to Chewing the Fat on Pat Unleashed. 888-900-3393 is the number.
Wow.
Thank you. My gosh.
Goodness.
Are we doing a morning show here or what?
You really set him up.
Good morning. Welcome to...
Martin, take the rest of the day off. Okay. Just thanks for joining us.
Try it again.
I mean, but third time's a charm.
All right.
Go for it.
Good morning. 37 minutes past the hour, 23 minutes before the top. How you doing? That was almost better.
That's a little bit better. Yeah. Yeah. We got to make sure that Corby never goes on vacation with Pat again.
So, with chewing segment. We'll do a chewing segment?
Well, sure, yeah. Do you have room in your
segment,
chewing segment for some animal videos later, maybe? I mean, when Pat's away, the animals will play.
We can put some animal videos in for you, all right? We
I
can
am
do it
looking,
here, because I'll show you
I'm looking for the robots.
The vinegaroons. The vinegaroons are out. They're known as the whip scorpion. The vinegaroons are out, and they're out in Texas. They're part of, and they're also in several other different states.
Gonna have me Googling, huh?
Well, you can see the picture if you're watching on Blaze TV.
Oh, it looks too much. No.
Now they have the pinchers.
Oh, I don't like that. No.
No, you do not want to mess with these bad boys.
Big bend. Oh no, there goes my want for a getaway there.
They can pinch you with their heavy mouth parts, and they shoot a well-aimed spray of 85% acidic acid vinegar from the base of their whip.
They were created in a Chinese lab, weren't they?
Yes, they were. Yeah, gain of function research. Get Tony on the line right now, because we'll have him deny that. Have him deny that the vinegar runs.
That looks
Go ahead.
like a creation.
I know.
That is evil.
Yes, it is. And they're about 3 inches long. I mean, they're Texas, Arizona, and Florida.
Wait, what? They skip the rest of the Southeast?
Yes. And this is the time of year that they come out. So when you're out wandering around and you see the what some people are calling the land lobster from hell.
No kidding.
Just watch yourself.
Look, you guys,
because that little whip tail, man. Nasty.
If you aren't a Blaze subscriber, can you sign up for like 7 days free? Check it out just so you can see.
I think you can you?
Vinegaroon? That thing is that is not right.
No, it's not right. It's not right at all.
That thing could probably take down livestock.
Oh yeah, no problem. And I saw, speaking of animals, now this isn't an animal video, but it is. I'll show you. You remember we got the turtle.
Oh yeah, we had a box of goodies. Yeah,
we got a box of goodies, and he sent us a couple of turtles.
Yeah, I put some straws here. So you got some straws.
Because they're so stupid.
They're so dumb.
But I found out that the one turtle that was sent to us, the big one,
the big boy,
is sick. They sent us a sick turtle.
What do you mean? Sent us
so see how the bumps are on that turtle?
Like right here?
Yeah, it's called pyramiding, and that means they're sick.
Oh,
I looked at some pictures of turtles.
Oh.
Look at that. It's called pyramiding, and they're sick.
Oh no!
They want the flat shell, so the guy sent us a sick freaking turtle.
Bro,
thanks for nothing.
Turtles weren't so stupid, they wouldn't put straws in their noses. When I see a straw, I put it in my mouth. Straws don't belong there, but the turtles don't know why.
Everybody.
So maybe they all have
pyramiding
to die and will die.
Classic, man.
Oh my gosh,
Classic.
good catch on that.
So anyway, they're making and selling turtles that are sick. And I don't
Wow.
like it.
I hate to see that. Maybe he got into the straws.
So and
That's what will
apparently
happen.
they can get over it, but it's because of I think it's caused either it's something to do with humidity. Something to do with humidity. And so obviously it's either the lack of or too much, but I can't remember which.
Oh.
But that you can heal them up, but the pyramids never go away. I mean, once you get the turtle bump, that's it, man.
Then how do you know that it's healed if the bumps never go away?
The turtle tells you.
It tells
I'm fine
you?
now. Leave me alone.
The turtle's too stupid. He doesn't even know what to do with a
Goes over in the corner,
straw.
smokes a cigarette, says, "Leave me alone." All right,
Is that right?
You made me like this, you bastard. And off he goes.
I'll be darned.
But
must have been
anyway.
Must have been in the straw.
I can't stop. Once I learned about pyramiding and the evils of either too much or not enough humidity on turtles, I can't see that turtle sitting on your desk now without thinking, that poor thing.
That thing is sick.
That poor thing.
That thing is sick.
Right.
We never named him, by the way, these two turtles.
Well, sick.
Sick.
And not sick. How about that?
I like it. I can remember them. That's good.
Pyrrha and Mid.
Okay, so which one's Pyrrha? Big boy?
Big boy could be Pyrrha, and the little one is Mid.
Middy?
Pyramid.
Because he's little, so you got to put an IE at the end. Pyrrha and Middy.
Stupid. And I saw, as long as we're in the chewing the fat segment, I saw a picture. Where is the stupid picture? I think I sent it in.
No. How many tabs you got open over there with pictures?
Real, a lot. This cannot be real of this stupid fish that they found in Oregon.
Oh, no.
It's, is this it? Yes, it is right here. It's,
whoa, that's a...
Look at this. That cannot be real.
Cannot be
no,
real.
I'm sorry. No, I won't
How do you
hear
get it to
of it.
stay up like that?
According to this, these Oregon beachcombers were stunned after discovering a wildly colorful 100-pound exotic fish on the shore of the state. The large fish,
CGI.
rare to the Oregon coast. There's no way that's real.
Rob thinks it's CGI.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There's other pictures of it laying on the beach and a picture of the fin that's in this story. There's no way that this thing is real. There's no way.
Hold on. Yeah. No, that's...
I mean, the one picture... it says it's identified as the opa or moonfish.
Oh, opa. Opa, we learned that's a new word yesterday. Or I guess some people were saying it's... Well, somebody said it was like a...
Yeah, new name for mom and dad.
Yeah, new name for mom and dad, but...
the LGBTQ plus IA2 people.
Okay, Oma and Opa is a German nickname for grandma and grandpa, so these people are actually very dumb that are trying to say that's a new word.
So apparently, this is that's a tropical, supposed to be a tropical fish, but there's no way that it's real. But yeah, that's where they found it.
Sure they did.
Right.
Sure
exactly.
they did. No, somebody at, because you saw that credit was some aquarium. So here's what happened. Somebody over medicated the water. Their beautiful fish died, and they tossed it out on the beach and let the beachcombers find it and go, oh, look, how crazy. Meanwhile, the people with the season pass at the aquarium are like, hey, where'd the big colorful fish go?
Where'd the tropical fish go? We don't know. I don't know what I did with it. Something happened.
Might have jumped out and
they
walked
found
away.
one down on the beach a ways down. Really?
Yeah.
That can't be. Yeah, it's missing.
Did you hear that they're training dogs now in Massachusetts? They've got 2 dogs trained up there to sniff out COVID.
Well, that's good.
That's good, right?
Yeah.
No, but there's
Why is that bad?
Yeah, I love this though. The dogs can now detect advanced variants such as the Delta variant. Shut up.
No way.
So they've trained them to smell COVID since COVID, I guess, emits an odor. But I thought of Jeffy when I read this.
Because we've got dogs that smell. We got dogs that smell for drugs.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't. They smell for drugs, right? People get busted all the time that have cash in their car.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a specific drug. The dog just barks and says, "Oh, I smell drugs," and then they take all the cash.
These dogs can your run of the mill COVID-19 they can sniff out. And I don't know if they bark differently when it's the Delta variant. I mean, the stupidest thing I've ever seen. But here's a paragraph where I thought of you. I thought you'd have some commentary on this. Like drugs and weapons, COVID-19 has a unique odor, which 2 sheriff's office canines are trained to find. The dogs, Hunter and Duke, graduated training Wednesday. They are step-siblings who were born 2 weeks apart with the same father but different mothers. Why is that paragraph in there? I mean, Daddy Dog's been taking care of some...
He is doing some business. He's doing some dog business, man. That's a good gig. Thank you. That's a good gig, man. You want to be if you're going to come back as an animal, you want to be either a business dog or a business horse.
I mean, that is not a necessary paragraph. We don't need to know that. We could just say they
had the same father.
Same siblings, you know.
They had the same father.
But we didn't need to go through the whole family tree of how their dad is
awesome,
literally a dog.
So let's use brain cells before we post things on the internet.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah. Thanks.
Okay, since Pat's not here, can we do the dog and cat video? Because somebody sent this to me.
I thought we were done with the
No, we're not. No, Pat's away. I'm here. Animal videos. I want to see the dog and the cat doing the thing. Watch this. Okay? So the dog just wants to play. Oh, that was awesome. Gave him a little karate kick. Don't act like you don't like that, Jeffy. That was fun. Stop it. Okay, here's one more video here. We got to do the alligator. Somebody sent this to me as well. This is...
Do we know if that dog killed that cat?
Yeah, the cat's gone.
Then I want to see the video. I want to show it again. If it caused a death, I'm good with it.
No, it was fine.
Okay.
Let's see the rednecks opening a beer. How do you open a beer when you're out on the pontoon and you don't have a can opener?
Awesome.
I thought you'd like that.
That is awesome right there.
You wake up the alligator.
That's right. Look at my main man. I told you I get it.
Let's do this one more time.
I told you I get
You wake up the alligator.
That's right.
Yeah, hold awesome. Your can of beer down there. Look at this. This guy's an idiot.
No, he is not. That's a man.
He's a hero.
Right there.
Yeah.
There's a man.
He's a hero, but he's an idiot.
Out there. Where was this? In the Everglades?
I assume. I have no idea.
That is awesome.
So, in case you're listening, the alligator opens his mouth after being somewhat taunted by the guy on the boat, and when he opens his mouth, the guy
uses the can,
uses the tooth as to pierce the aluminum can and hands it to his buddy who downs it.
That right there needs to be happening at Gatorland. That's a thing that needs to happen at Gatorland.
Like
that's one of my favorite theme parks in America is Gatorland.
Yeah,
it's on the Kissimmee, Orlando.
I've seen the signs every time I'm down there. I've never stopped.
I love that place so much, and that's an event that needs to happen at Gatorland.
You should be the voiceover guy for their commercials.
I'm all for it. I love Gatorland.
Because we were talking about how you would be like a good kind of like a James Earl Jones for these new
1-6. The day democracy almost died.
Hold on, now say Varsity Blues.
Operation Varsity Blues.
See? Do we have the business button in there? That's my new favorite.
Is my Canon theme on there with the
business?
The Canon theme? Operation Varsity Blues. Tonight's episode. Oh, okay. Never mind. That's fine. Whatever.
Martin, why don't you take the rest of the day off?
Yeah, whatever.
You know?
Yeah. But Gatorland now they have the jumperoo where they feed the gators chickens.
Oh yeah, you've told me about this.
They toss the chickens out on a rope that goes up over the water, and the gators come up and jump out of the water.
Yeah.
And then the guy holds the chicken out over the dock, and the gators jump up and take it out of his hand. And they have the gator wrestling. And then if you go to Gatorland, this is just a helpful hint from me.
Okay. All right.
Helpful hint from
Is this a Jeffy life hack?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So part of the fun of Gatorland is feeding gators hot dogs. All right. So they have this big it's like I don't know what you call it, but it's like 3 or 4 different floors up, different levels.
Okay.
And you go up and it's over a river, and that's where all the gators, they have like hundreds and thousands of gators in this river.
Oh,
and you toss the hot dogs out, and the gators snort. And they grab the hot dogs. It's fun.
Uh-huh.
All right. But Gatorland sells the hot dogs there.
Uh-huh. You can't bring them in?
For $8 million a hot dog.
Wow, that's
how they make a little money.
That's just Joe Biden's inflation.
You aren't lying, it is. It's just shy. I'd like to give me a couple hot dogs. That'll be $16 million, please.
Oh.
So the idea is that was the first time I went. I spent way too many millions of dollars on hot dogs.
Sure.
So the next time I went, we stop off at the local Walmart, which isn't far, before you get to Gatorland, and you buy the giant packs of the cheapest hot dogs you can find.
It's like going to the theater, right?
Right.
Planning ahead.
Right. And just put the dogs in your backpack, and when you get back to the back of by the river,
where they can't
you
see
got your own hot dogs. No, I think they allow.
They know that people are doing that. Oh, okay.
I never saw anyone taken down by sneaking in their hot dog.
We got a hot dog scofflaw among us.
Maybe if they catch you, they throw you into the river and you're lost. What happened to Uncle Bill? I don't know. He's gone.
Was he with us today?
He's gone now. You're right.
I didn't even know he was in the car.
I know. I thought he had some hot dogs that he was going to share with us. No, he's gone now.
So what happened?
And then you use the cheap hot dogs instead of spending the $8 million on hot dogs. But the Gatorland is a fantastic place to go to. And I want that guy now.
Right.
I want that attraction.
He should be a tour guide.
Absolutely.
Do the alligators realize though that they're the cheap hot dogs that you brought in, not the?
Well, that could be why they snort and holler down there in the river, right? They're fighting over the hot dogs, and then after a while, it's like, no, that guy's throwing the cheap ones.
I see.
I don't want him, man. But I don't think they do. I don't think the Gators really care.
Yeah.
The Gators know that there's stuff that they can eat coming down off of this platform, these giant platforms over the river.
So, fun fact, if you're going to Gatorland in Florida, you should take your own hot dogs.
Yeah, bring your own hot dogs.
And the alligators won't even notice.
Yeah, right. I mean, and if they do, you're leaving. So who cares? You take them, they complain, and then you're out of there.
Now, right? are the alligators?
Oh boy!
No. Do they just hang out there because they know they're going to get fed, or are there is there some sort of enclosure?
That's part of Gatorland.
Is there property?
I forget how many
you know
acres
what I mean?
Is Gatorland.
Okay,
yeah,
but they couldn't escape if they wanted to.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? Do they stay there because the food's there, or
if you're a gator and you got a place where people are throwing food at you, are you leaving? Because that's why I go back to my home every day. That's the only reason I go back.
You go home to eat.
I wander around, and then I know that if I go through those particular doors, somebody's going to throw some food at me.
I see.
So I'm staying here.
I see.
So if I went to your house,
no
one would throw food at me. They'd just go, why is he here? Get him out of here.
We'd probably put food in the driveway.
Oh, see?
Be like, I don't want him in.
That's nice of you. So anyway, Gatorland, you're welcome. And I love you.
I need to get there sometime.
Yeah, it's well worth. That's so much fun.
And is it better than Joe Exotic's situation here in Oklahoma?
Oh,
which would you
Tiger
choose?
King stuff's pretty good, man. Yeah, it's good stuff. Yeah. Oh man,
those should be on the same tour.
No,
those two places.
No, Gatorland's far superior.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome to it. 888-900-3393. Jeff Fisher and Keith Malinak in for Pat Unleashed. Pat is unleashed and gone, wandering around the country somewhere. And, I hope he's enjoying himself. No, really, I do.
Wow. Doesn't feel like it.
Whatever.
Wow.
I don't care. You can tweet us at Pat Unleashed, and you can use the hashtag, put that in your pipe, or you can just make sure that you tag
N. Collins
Blaze at N. Collins Blaze, because he's the one that picks these out.
Yeah, if your tweet doesn't get read, it's Nate's fault.
It's his fault. And I believe that he does identify as a his, but I could be wrong. East of the Rockies, after recovering from COVID, Rand Paul went to New York and volunteered treating COVID patients. At the same time, Fauci was posing for magazine covers. I know.
Good point.
It sure is. But now I'll leave it there. When Boris Johnson announces the 8th UK lockdown, this from Rants Out Loud, does he have a separate sign language interpreter who signs in a British accent? Yes, he does. But he doesn't need it because there's some universal signs.
Is there enough carryover?
That everybody knows.
What's the universal sign for of sorts?
Of sorts?
Yeah, because that's what the British finish their sentence with, of sorts.
Of sorts?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Of sorts.
I'd like to know what that is.
The universal sign is Peppa the Pig. Because kids are now speaking in English accents because they're watching Peppa the Pig here in the United States.
Ridiculous.
Anyway.
I saw that.
Neuroqueer mystery gender. Why can't I do something wrong and then tell people I didn't do it? And they'll just take it at face value. Sure would be convenient. Yeah, no kidding. And
you try that, don't you?
I live by that, my friend. not only try that, I live by it.
Cool.
But so does our government officials, it seems, and that is a little frightening, actually. And from Jeffy's 18 spoons, from myself's 18 spoons, why so angry, Dr. Tony? Did someone ask a question that Mr. Soros said not to answer? Yeah, no kidding. He got his little panties in a wad with that, and he's smart enough to turn it around and pick out something that is, he can focus on without actually focusing on what he was lying about.
He found one opening.
Yes, and Rand gave it to him, which was, a huge mistake. And from spiked government pudding, I don't trust Fauci as far as he can throw a baseball.
His first offering.
Just a bit outside. Classic. I was just quoting that movie. I was like,
Ball 4. Ball 8.
Let me guess. You were probably quoting something with Jobu and alcohol. No.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, but in the because we were trying to kill a fly. My wife and I were trying to kill a fly in the house, and she was like, "It's too high." And you remember that when the guys in the outfield, when they were saying it's too high, too high, and the guy says, "What do you mean it's too high?"
Major League's the greatest comedy after Tommy Boy.
I don't know about the greatest, but it's good. It's funny. It's
up there.
It's not. Yeah, it is up there.
Yeah.
It is up there. It's not. It's not Coming to America. The original.
No. Okay, good point. Yeah. No, I finally saw that, and I still haven't seen the second one. Was it even worth my time, Jeffy? The redo here.
If you really enjoyed the first one, which I did, and I've watched 1,000 times, and I can probably just do the movie right now myself. Because you want to see it, because you love all the characters and you love what they've done. But it's
way to sell it.
I know.
What do you want to do here?
Okay.
What do you want to do here? Because you've teased robots and you've
right.
teased the FBI. There's a lot of incredible stuff to get to today. Where do you want to go? Cuba. My gosh.
I know, but you wanted to talk about shrinkage.
That's a great setup. Yeah, let's talk about.
I did.
Men,
not me.
Men, let's talk about.
One thing I never want to talk about. I don't even know what it is. To be honest with you.
Right. That's because you don't notice. So anyway,
this guy's a liar.
I love how they're hiding inflation from us. Okay, so what they're doing now is instead of jacking the price of goods up, they're just shrinking the packaging.
And they've been doing that for a long time.
Yes, they have.
Ice cream is not a half gallon anymore.
They always seem to do this when Democrats are in office, because that's when they were doing it before, when Obama was in the White House.
Yeah.
But I don't know if we have any pictures here. How about the family-sized boxes of General Mills now gone down from 19.3 ounces to 18.1 ounces?
Yeah, and a lot of times what they've done, and
Still
I'm sure
family-sized.
it may be actually in the story, but a lot of times what they've done, especially with bags of chips and boxes, is that they remain the same size because they've already got the shelf space allocated, all right, for their products.
I see.
So they keep the boxes the same. It's just the inside that's smaller. See, so that's my right now inside. I've lost 852 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good job.
I am honed to perfection.
That is awesome. I'm proud
inside.
of you.
I know. I know.
Yep.
Anyway, so go on.
Okay, so Walmart Great Value paper towels has dropped from 168 sheets per roll down to only 120. Price has stayed the same. Okay, there's that. Let's see here. FritoLay,
How many sheets is it?
It went from 168 to 120.
Wow, that's a lot.
It sure is.
That sure is, man.
FritoLay has shrunk regular bags of Doritos from 9.75 ounces to 9.25 ounces. Same price.
Same price, same bag size.
Let's see here.
Shake it a little bit more. It's in there less.
Hershey has cut down its 18-ounce pack of dark chocolate kisses by almost 2 ounces.
Bastards. That's un-American.
I
don't care about the cereal or the chips, but the chocolate is pissing me off.
Now, if you want garbage bags from Hefty, their mega pack has gone from 90 bags to 80 bags, same price.
Wow. And that's,
that's a big one.
That sure is. And I'm always interested. I'm fascinated by these companies that have multiple items in the same box. Like, there's 80 bags, right? They got into trouble years ago because they were putting less bags on the roll. Like you say there's 80, but there would be 70.
Oh, wow. That's dirty.
So, that's
They're like, no one will ever notice.
Right.
And that's one of those things you don't want to pull them out and count them because then you've messed up your whole little roll.
And it's, that's millions of dollars, right? When I worked,
what company was that?
I forget. I mean, it was a long time ago
Jerko?
now. Yeah, but I found that when I remember working at Winn-Dixie 100 years ago, and we'd get pallets. The company would send you pallets of cereal. Actually, is what it was, and it was from Kellogg's. Yes, it was Kellogg's. Now, I'm not saying that this was. I'm just saying that it was a Kellogg's product, Frosted Flakes. And the pallet would come and would have like 10 boxes of Frosted Flakes. And each box has 12 boxes of cereal in it.
Gotcha.
Okay. So, but when as a stock person, stock boy, you're opening the boxes and put them on a shelf. You don't care, right? But almost to the T, and this was, a long time ago, and it was just my experience, I would open up a box from that pallet, and there would be a box of cereal missing in one of the boxes.
No way.
But nobody reporting. I didn't report that. I'm not like, taking a picture and sending it to my manager and saying, hey, telling the representative from Kellogg's that they were missing a box.
Could have been a hero. Could have been somebody, Jeff Fisher.
If that's actually what they're doing, say every 10th case.
Sure.
Take out a box.
Oh, whoops. There must have been something wrong with the machine.
In a year's time?
Oh, yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Well, I contend that that's why water bottles are so difficult to open now. They say it's to save the earth from the plastics and the pollution and stuff. No. It's because it costs you less. That top is a lot more difficult to get off these days than it was 10, 15 years ago.
Yes, it was really hard.
I hate you.
I
hate
barely
you.
Get it off.
Everything you stand for. Oh, they're smaller now.
I couldn't.
Somebody better call right now, 888-900-3393 and confirm this. I hate you. No, it doesn't change the fact.
I could barely get
Whatever you're doing with the water bottle, I'm still going to hate you 5 minutes from now. 2-pack of Reese's peanut butter cups used to weigh 1.6 ounces. Now it's down to 1.4.
And you definitely, those you feel the difference on. And those are the things that you catch and you go, it hits you, but you're like, whatever.
Maybe it's just in my mind.
I don't know. It's fine. They just don't seem, it's not the same in my mouth. You can quote me on that. It's not the same in my mouth.
Wow, this has been an interesting morning, isn't it? Shrinkage and Jeffy talk. Okay, speaking of 888-900-3393, Jarrett is on the line. Jarrett, what's up, man?
Hey, bingo.
Oh, nice. Hey-o. Did we actually get a bingo?
Yeah, we got a bingo.
Wow.
Man, we were, I don't know what people were sleeping.
If we get, I'm sorry, Jarrett, go ahead. I'm taking your thunder away. But
where did you get that bingo,
Congratulations.
Man? Where do you live, Jarrett?
I live in Illinois.
Sorry, there's a camera between
me
and the
state
screen.
of Illinois.
Not so much.
Yeah, communist Illinois.
Do you live in southern Illinois or northern?
Southern Illinois.
Yeah, southern Illinois. Down there by Carbondale.
You guys need to join some other
state. Around that area.
Yeah, I love Carbondale, southern Illinois. Anyway, go ahead, Jarrett.
Okay, across the top, you got Screaming Liberal Shrew.
Yes.
You got you saying agonizing.
Yes.
You got Keith saying fun fact.
Yes.
Yeah, hang on. Was it me talking about the alligator place? Is that what? Because I said
just a while ago.
Yeah.
See, I said it earlier in the week, and nobody picked up on that apparently, so I had to do it again, even though it wasn't really a fun fact. Go ahead, sorry.
Okay. Then Jeffy said, don't bog me down with facts.
Don't bog me down with facts.
And then, whack, whack.
Right. Nice. Congratulations.
All right.
Congratulations.
$35
Jarrett.
to spend at patheadshop.com. Nice job, Jarrett.
Wow, that's great. And
you.
don't spend it all in one. Oh, I mean, you have to. So
you
have to spend it all
that.
in one place.
Sorry.
So, congratulations.
Thanks,
Jarrett.
I already got picked out what I'm going to get.
What are you getting?
My son likes the shirt that says, "That's interesting." Ivan, is there a number you can call?
That's fantastic. Yeah.
Love it, man.
I mean, it's not chewing the fat item, but go ahead. You can. It's fine. Thanks, Jarrett. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, man.
Where can people find chewing the fat items?
At shop.com. blazemedia.com. Is that the website, right?
Yeah,
Shop.
yeah.
Blazemedia.com.
You're gonna have to just get a URL that redirects, Jeffy.
Just go there.
Get a chewing the fat shop.
So let me ask you a question.
Hold on, because I've got atthemikeshop.com.
This is what I was trying to avoid.
Now, I know that's what you're trying to avoid, but why don't you buy that domain right now before somebody else buys it? I'm buying it for you.
That's what I'm hoping for. Somebody else buying it for me.
You'll pay me back, right?
Yes.
Shop.
And this guy's a liar.
If I could figure out how to open this water bottle with these,
I hate you. You know what? I'm not buying it.
plastic
Somebody
bottles.
buy it and jack up the price for Jeffy. You suck.
So we are. I mean, there's a lot of squares X'd off on my bingo card. So is it possible? So let's say, what if we get by today is Hump Day. If we get, I don't even get a whack for that. I mean, if today is Hump Day, so if we were to get, say, a blackout, which would mean every square X'd off on the bingo sheet. Okay, the first person to call after we hit blackout, could we give them a prize?
I don't know.
So, I mean, if I say that we could give them a prize...
Yeah, that's on you.
Then we have to give them a prize, right? I mean, we have to.
I don't know.
We're legally obligated to give
I'm
them
busy
a prize.
over here buying a domain for you, and I'm going to jack the price up later. So whatever, you can do what you want to do.
I would say that if we were to hit blackout...
Yeah.
The first person to call after we hit that would get a prize.
If we hit blackout.
Then the first person to call would get a prize. Now we're legally obligated. We have to.
So
we hit blackout. We have to.
If we hit blackout, that'd be a good band name,
right?
Yo.
Wow, that is really funny.
Yeah. Okay.
Just saying.
Wow.
If we were to hit blackout, that would possibly happen. Anyway, this is a Pat Graham Unleashed. 888-900-3393. Ron in Virginia, you are on Pat Gray Unleashed. How are you?
Hey, yeah, good. Keith is exactly right about the caps on the bottles.
Thank you.
It's a pain in the ass to open them things anymore.
Thank you, Ron.
I know. That's what I was saying.
Shut up, Jeffy. Thank you, Ron. You're awesome. Good job with that. Yeah. So, and it's under the guise of trying to, and then he's gone now.
Okay, Ron. Yeah, Ron's gone.
It's under the guise of saving the planet. Instead, it's saving the bottom line.
But Mary in Virginia, I think, is going to be on your side too. So go ahead, Mary. How are you?
Hey, good morning, gentlemen. And yes, he's absolutely right. And not only that, when you get halfway through that freaking bottle, it's practically crumpled up in your hand.
Yeah, thank you.
There are a number of generic, but maybe you ought to upgrade the purchase a little bit, is all I'm saying.
No, Mary, you're absolutely right. And let me tell you what really stinks is when you pour vodka into a water bottle. Who doesn't have that problem, right?
Right.
Just eats away at the plastic. Hate that.
Thank you, Mary. I appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, no.
She's talking.
Oh, wait. No. Girl Scout cookies, I stopped buying those a long time ago because we bought Thin Mints and we opened up the box, and the sleeve inside the box was probably a quarter smaller than the actual box size.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
That's dirty.
Yeah, that's why I said, no, thank you.
I don't like the Girl Scouts.
You know, they've done that with darn near everything, really. I was thinking about the downsizing of products, and thank you, Mary. I appreciate it. When we were talking about the shrinkage and stuff, I remember buying a Chevrolet Impala. I think it was a 2001 Chevy Impala, and then there was an accident where another vehicle hit that particular car.
Uh-oh.
And, that's another story in and of itself. But I had to purchase another car after that car got totaled. Okay?
Oh, no.
I may have pulled out in front of somebody. Somebody hit. Anyway,
were you hurt?
No.
Oh, wow.
No. The car was, though. And so I had to purchase
Shocking
a new car.
Jeffy wasn't injured in a T-bone collision or head-on or whatever this was. Go ahead.
And my son was in the car with me in his car seat.
Ooh.
I mean, I can remember his car seat slamming, ahead and everything. And I started screaming and crying. I'd tell him, shut up. You're fine.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Brush it off.
So, thank you. Get over it.
Made him the man he is today.
And so, no, that was a different accident. Anyway, I can give you another accident.
Dang. Something's happening.
Chevrolet Impala.
Yeah.
So that car gets totaled, and we go to the lot, right? I'm going to say, well, I'm just going to get another Chevy Impala. I loved that car. It was a 2001 Chevy Impala. I liked it a lot. It was I just liked it. So there's we go to the Chevrolet lot, and there's 3 or 4 Chevy Impalas, almost the same. It was like the same lot, but it was 3 years later, right? The 2004 models.
Okay.
And you get in, and everything is just a little bit smaller.
Oh, no.
The armrest.
And no offense.
The armrest is just a little bit smaller.
You would notice, and I don't mean that as a dig. I mean, you need room, right? And you can really tell when you get these things. He thinks I'm being a jerk here, and I'm not.
No, I know. You're right.
Because you would notice, like some lady,
Yes.
some little old lady or whoever would buy that car would not realize from year to year.
The center console is just a little bit smaller.
I wonder if the
armrest on the side is just a little bit smaller. Everything is just a little bit smaller than it was before.
It's
just incredible.
I would love to see the specs on those years.
It's got. I mean, I don't care. They can tell me, oh, well, that's exactly the same. No, it's not. No, it's not. All right, let me tell you about. What am I talking about? Rough greens.
Stuff.
We're talking about stuff, and that stuff right now is rough greens. So, and we've been talking about rough greens for quite a while now. It's the powder that you sprinkle over your dog's food. It's really simple, but the simple fact, with that simple act of sprinkling it over your dog food, you're providing your dog with essential vitamins and minerals, probiotics, omega oils, basically all the things he or she need to be a healthy and happy little dog, running around, have that active little lifestyle. But thank you. Most dogs love the stuff right out of the gate. We hear stories pretty regularly about even dogs that have been picky for a long time with their dog food, just literally, gulping it down. But there are some that, kind of question it. There's like, I know that dry kibble food that we've been eating for a while is, got everything cooked out of it, and I don't really like it. But I don't want you sprinkling stuff on it. Well, it may take your dog a little while to get used to it. So Rough Greens wants to give you a free bag. I know. We want to make sure that your dog's going to eat it. So they're going to give you a free bag of Rough Greens just to try out. All you have to do is pay for the shipping. So just go to roughgreens.com, roughgreens.com, RUFFGREENS.com, roughgreens.com, and you get that free bag of Rough Greens so that you can see if your dog will actually start wolfing it down, like I'm sure that they will. Roughgreens.com, roughgreens.com. You can call 833-ROUGH-DOG, but it's easier just to go to roughgreens.com. Well, not really. Jeff Fisher and Keith Malinak in for Pat Gray today. He is, he's out gallivanting on the countryside somewhere. Who knows? We don't know where he is. He's somewhere. But, we were talking about, I gave you an example of a car accident and the difference in car sizes. And there's, I've been in multiple car accidents in my life. And I've pretty much totaled every car that I was in those accidents. So they're good. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. And but we have a car crash.
Yeah, so one car
caught on video, right?
Yeah, check this out in
Flying
California.
off the freeway.
Look at that.
Shocking screams from the family looking on as this car catapults off Highway 99, crashing onto the road below.
Pretty crazy to see somebody flying through the air.
Surveillance cameras on an equipment shop
Good
nearby
clip. Can we
caught
quote
the
you
crash,
on that?
the car banking off the roadway through the air, followed by a massive
Look at that.
plume of
Look
smoke.
at that. Probably caught like 50 feet of air, I'd say.
When Brian Canejo showed up for work Friday morning, he couldn't believe his eyes.
He's good. We got to review the tape, and we got to see the person actually beating the cars down the freeway. They're probably doing 80 to 100 miles an hour in like a 25 zone.
The California Highway Patrol says this vehicle, speeding by surveillance, had just been involved in a hit and run moments earlier while driving backwards on Highway 99 and exiting an on-ramp. Brian Conejo took us through the moments leading up to the crash.
They came flying straight through here. There's a really hard left-hand turn up here. They failed to make that turn, just kept going straight and literally went flying over the top of that whole overpass.
The woman behind the wheel survived, but that's not the only miracle.
They look like they pretty much threaded the needle between the power lines.
Clearing the power line at the bottom and just barely missing the one on top.
We would have lost power. Probably would have started a fire right there and all of that dead grass. Yeah, it could have been a lot worse for them, I'm sure.
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse. Yeah, you know, she could have, I don't know, died. But it could have been a lot worse.
Could have been a little grass fire, too.
It could have been like a little grass fire.
We could have lost power. Can you imagine having no air conditioning today?
That is awesome.
Have you ever gone 80 or 125, Jeffy?
Well, I mean, the answer to that is really yes. And who among us has not had come up on a strong curve going too fast and just realized, oh, crap. Now, I've seen accidents like that here in Texas, as I've lived in Texas, where cars have hit the guardrails and flew up onto the other side of the interstate, but not like that. That is awesome. And that's a Tiger Woods turn that caused Tiger Woods' crash.
And the way she flew between those power lines.
Right. Oh, she's very lucky to be alive, man.
And the dude's lucky that his air conditioning
they didn't lose power.
Didn't go out.
That's interesting. It is Pat Gray Unleashed, and Pat is off gallivanting the countryside here on the Blaze Television and Radio Network. I watched a video. Joe Biden has a town hall tonight, and it's going to be great. It's going to be great. Right. And I thought to myself, I wonder if anyone's going to ask him about his son, Hunter, and the laptop that keeps giving and giving and giving, and also ask about the artwork. Now, I'm sure that his comment will be, that's already been decided. We're not going to we're going to let people purchase it anonymously because we want to be transparent by not being transparent. I'm sure that's what his answer will be. But I saw Phelim McAleer post a video asking people in California about the Hunter Biden artwork. And I want you to take a look at this, and then I want to talk to Phelim because I have a question about some of the video that he aired asking people about Hunter's artwork.
I feel like I'm looking at like a lot of fish eyes. It looks like a bunch of coffee stains.
You could make wallpaper out of it.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Phelim McAleer from the My Son Hunter movie, mysonhunter.com. You may have seen that Hunter Biden is now an artist, and he's exhibiting in Los Angeles and New York in the fall, where apparently his pieces are going to fetch as much as $500,000.
Right.
So we're here in Venice Beach. Where there are a lot of artists, a lot of creative people, and we're going to be asking people, would you pay $500,000 for Hunter Biden's art, or is there another reason why people may be willing to funnel so much money to the Biden family? Let's ask some people. So, what do you think of this painting?
It's very interesting.
It's different. It kind of looks like maybe records or skin cells.
Jawbreakers too, like when you lick them.
It looks like molecules, like some type of organisms going on there.
That's what it looks like.
Interesting, but doesn't have much meaning to it.
It's getting me kind of hungry, not gonna lie.
How much do you think it's
How
worth?
much do you pay for it?
I would probably pay $50 for it.
Yeah,
$20.
If it was an IKEA, I'm not gonna pay more than $50.
Amen.
150.
$100. $5.
So you'd be surprised that it maybe is worth as much as $75,000 or $500,000.
$500,000
For this?
Yes.
Amazing. That's insane.
The artist actually is Hunter Biden, the son of Joe Biden.
Really?
What?
He did that?
Yeah.
Why'd he do that?
Love the guy with the mask and cigarette.
Because he's the president's son like that, or is he actually
an
artist?
I don't
So it's
know.
worth about $5.
Well, now
He's
that
a
you
junkie.
know Hunter Biden, would that make you pay less than $5 or more than $5?
I'd take it for 25 cents.
What do you think of it?
Oh, it's nice. It's a nice painting.
It's nice.
Yeah, it is.
Is it worth $500,000?
It's a nice painting.
All right, that's good. That's a nice painting. Phelim McAleer joins us here today from his secret hiding space of the MySonHunterMovie.com. Phelim, how are you? Thank you for showing up today.
Well, I'm great. Thank you for having me on.
Absolutely. It's good to see you. Good to talk to you.
And I've got a cat here.
All right.
So,
I have a cat with a broken leg.
Oh no!
He's very needy at the moment, so people will have to. Actually, let's have time for his cameo. Look at this.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, baby.
We don't have to see it.
Yeah, I want to see the kitty. What's the
Look at
kitty's
his
name?
leg. Look at the leg.
Oh. What
That's a
happened?
pin.
What
We do
happened?
not know. Actually, you know what happens?
Softball.
Anne left me for 24 hours. Anne is in a secret location in Ireland. She left the house, and within 24 hours, the cat went missing. And then 48 hours came back with a broken leg. So, as she says, I had one job and I messed up.
Oh, no. Yeah, you're in trouble. So now you have to watch it and heal it and be 24-hour care. Poor thing. All right. Well, okay. Sorry to hear that. Anyway, back to My Son Hunter and the video on Venice Beach. I was interested. I wonder how many people, when you edited that, how much hit the cutting room floor of people calling those paintings agonizing?
100. People said interesting a lot, right? People were very nice. People said interesting. Actually, people said interesting, abstract. One woman did say she would pay $1,500 for it, but that was the exception.
Yeah.
It's always the maximum was $300.
Yeah.
People, really, it was always around 50 or 100 or 150.
Yeah.
I mean.
And to be fair, $50 is probably a fair price. Probably for that particular piece of artwork. Not $50.
If it's framed, come on.
I was going to say, yeah, it's got to be framed. Yep, absolutely. You and I are thinking along the same lines.
I could see you go for 75 or 100 if it was framed. I mean, you can see it in a hotel lobby, by the way, or in a hotel room.
Yes, absolutely. Or the doctor's office, the waiting room. No problem. It's all part of the
bathroom.
Yeah,
that thing belongs in a bathroom.
It's all part of that. So, Phelim, how are things going with MySonHunterMovie.com? I mean, we have the laptop that continues to give and give and give. You've already got to have about 1,000 rewrites to your script. And, I mean, it just keeps growing and growing and growing.
That is funny you should say that, actually, because the actor that we're hoping to get Lawrence Fox to play Hunter Biden. We've talked about that before. And he wrote to me the other day, he says, you have to have stuff in the script about the art, right? Because it's just good. And, you don't want to be chasing the news either, right? You want to be telling a story.
Correct.
But sometimes you just can't help with a great story, right? And, so yes, funny enough, I spent last weekend with the writer rewriting some scenes to incorporate the artwork. I mean, and what do you do? I mean, so the artwork. I mean, obviously there was always tension between the father and the son. I mean, as we spoke to a famous Hollywood director who will remain anonymous because he's a conservative, and I remember saying to him, would you help us? And he said, I'm too busy. I said, well, what do you think about the story? And he goes, at some stage, at some level, Hunter hates his father. Right?
Wow.
I mean, why was a laptop there for a year? Hunter was never the perfect son. Bo was the perfect son.
Correct.
There's a tension. There's a King Lear style tension between the two of them, and so I bet Joe doesn't really rate Hunter's art. Probably for good reason. But I bet you Joe does see the opportunities there for money laundering, for bribery, for paying the big guy without anyone knowing who's paying the big guy.
Well, this is what they have had between them for years, right? Is that payoff that he's the middleman? People can go through Hunter and get to Joe, and he at least trusts Hunter enough to be that middleman, to be the person that says yes or no to who he needs to see.
Yeah, and what kind of father does that? I mean, Hunter, as we've said before, the My Son Hunter movie is not going to be making fun of Hunter's addictions, right? But Hunter is an addict, by any definition. And what kind of father looks at his addict son and says, rather than how can I help my son, it's I can use him as my bag man. I can use him as my filter for bribes.
Right.
It's very weird and very sad. But the media should be all over this. I mean, Hunter Biden just feeds them line after line after line. Like Saturday Night Live should be there's art.
Oh my gosh, yes. I mean, there's so many bits coming out, and that's really what as I was looking at the story, just the stories that were out, this week, obviously between the artwork, but they talked about how Hunter had helped remove profiles from Facebook through his dad, talked about how he had set up through his dad. All this laptop just keeps giving and giving, and you're right. For him to leave the signature match, for him, hurts his denial of, I don't know, it might be a Russian hack. I don't know if it's my computer or not. I mean, for him to just leave that and make it available has got to be another way of him trying to get even with his dad treating him so bad, and for him not being Bo.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a great movie, by the way. It's King Lear, and Shakespeare knew a thing or two about drama. That's why he wrote King Lear. And and Hollywood should be all over this story. I mean, my God, they made the Comey Rule, which was a $40 million miniseries about the Russia hoax, only they weren't as a hoax. So Hollywood should be all over this. The media should be all over this. They're not. That's why we're making the movie, and that's why we had it crowdfunded. And I wouldn't do it any other way. But boy, as I always say, if Hollywood did its job and the media did their job, I'd be unemployed.
So, as speaking of the crowdfunding, if you wanted to donate and help get this movie made, you can go to mysonhuntermovie.com and donate your little heart out. How's that going? How is the donations of people's little hearts coming?
Very well. I mean, we're at $1 million now. We're just under $1 million, and when we hit $1 million, someone is going to give us a bonus of 25,000. So, I think we've another $1,000 to hit that. So please give what you can. But no, it's going well. I mean, we're at $1 million, and we're now paying people. We're now entering into contracts. We hope to start filming in October in Serbia. We are filming in October in Serbia. We're signing contracts. We're hiring people. Nice. So it's going ahead, and we're confident we're going to raise the rest before filming. So it's a tight schedule. It's important that we make, but it's really important that we make this film. We're going to film it in Serbia because obviously Hunter did a lot of his shenanigans in the Ukraine, in Eastern Europe, and Serbia has a lot of attractive women, has a lot of strip bars, and no movie.
I'm a fan.
No movie about Hunter Biden will be complete without strip bars and beautiful women.
Thank you.
So it's we're definitely it's going ahead, and America is going to know the truth about Hunter Biden, and they're going to know it through a movie. They're going to sit down and get a really, really funny, entertaining movie. But at the same time, they're going to learn a lot.
Right. I think that's the most important. And, obviously, as you stated earlier, you don't want to be chasing the news. I mean, it's got to be, a full-fledged story. So, no, there's going to be some stuff left out. And obviously, I have not been involved in the script. However, if you need some help, Phelim, you call me, no problem. I'm here for you. But I'm looking forward to it, and I can't wait. I know I have to, and I can't wait. And I'm excited to see what you put in and what you take out of the movie. But it's a little disheartening knowing, right? I mean, it's Hunter's got to just be sad. I mean, he's not Bo. And he is the bag man. He's just the guy that, is the middleman between him and his dad, and he's just living off of that, right? I mean, it's not a happy life.
It's not a happy life, and the media actually, interesting enough, are helping him, are not helping him. In the sense they're helping him prolong this illusion that his artwork is art, that the 500,000 he's going to get for the paintings are appropriate. Are normal, he's moved house. I mean, I went when he did the book. This is a guy who wrote a confessional memoir but wouldn't take tough questions, and because the media wouldn't ask him tough questions. So I went and asked him the tough questions, and when he wouldn't answer the doorbell, I went out on a kayak in the Venice Canal, asking him with a megaphone, and he moved house. He said because people would come and ask him tough questions.
Yeah, he doesn't live there now, right?
That's right. He moved. He's moved to some secret location.
Yeah.
And you know, Hunter, like honestly, what were you doing in Venice? First of all, like there's more drugs in Venice than than my local pharmacy. You know, I mean, it's like everybody's local pharmacy put together. I mean, it's the last place in the world you go if you want to, you know, if you want to move on with your life. But anyway, it's a secret location somewhere. I think it's in Malibu. No one knows just at the moment where he is, but you know, he's been kind of maintained in his illusion, you know, in his denial that his art is worth what people say it is. I mean, he's a first-time artist. It's on paper, not even on canvas. I mean, this is not worth. I mean, you know, obviously, I mean, the people have spoken. $100, $150, $200. Somebody said $300 or $400, and you know, it depends. You know who painted it. They said it depends who painted it. I could pay up to $400 if it was a known artist. I mean, the idea that this is worth $500,000 is it's corruption. It's media corruption,
and it has to. And look, and to have again media corruption, to have the MSM. Say and try to make the case for keeping purchasers anonymous for that's being transparent is that's damn near a crime in itself. I can't believe that they're allowing that. They're trying to make that sale that by not telling us is transparency is just agonizing.
It's complete nonsense also, like in the real world, right? So you want to bribe the Biden administration, and you buy your 500,000. Hey, it's worth $1 million. There's a bidding war.
Whatever. If you can get it, that's what it's worth, right?
Yeah. So you pay $1 million for your painting, but it's anonymous. Hunter doesn't know who it is. The Biden. Then you go on your Instagram and Facebook and say, I just bought, you're not obliged to, for any secrecy. It's not part. Just say, hey, look at this beautiful Hunter Biden painting adorning my Kazakhstan mansion or my, you know, Ukrainian mansion.
Right.
Isn't it wonderful? Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, Hunter Biden, Joe Biden. There's more where that came from.
Right.
I might adorn every wall in my 500-room Kazakhstan mansion with Hunter Biden paintings, right? That'll be 500. You know, so you know, the buyers are not bound by confidentiality, right?
Right. Right.
All they're saying now is that Hunter, the dealer won't tell Hunter, the art dealer won't. The art dealer, your mind went there. I never said anything. The art dealer won't tell Hunter who bought it.
Right.
So that preclude the person who bought it telling the world.
Correct. Phelim McAleer, mysonhuntermovie.com. So what are we're looking at shooting in October, right? Is that for the movie?
October 18th is when we start.
Fantastic.
But we need people's help, actually, you know, to make that happen. mysonhuntermovie.com. Your people have been very generous, Jeff, all along, and you know, really are the base that are making this happen because they're tired of being lied to and tired of being treated like fools. You know, we're being transparent. Nobody will know who bought the paintings. Like, what kind of world? You know, I can tell everyone who I bought a Hunter Biden painting just by going on Twitter tomorrow. It's a joke. I could put Hunter Biden's painting behind me, and everyone will know. It's a joke.
Come on, that painting is much too good to be a Hunter Biden painting.
It's a nice
painting behind you.
Nice painting.
Phelim McAleer, mysonhuntermovie.com. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We'll talk again soon. Be sure to invest. It's tax deductible. mysonhuntermovie.com. Phelim, thank you. I appreciate it, man.
Thank you. That's right. 501c3. Thank you very much. Bye.
Absolutely. Be safe.
Good luck with the kitty cat, too. My goodness. It's terrible.
He's in trouble with the wife, though.
Right.
You don't want none of that.
Looks like me after a softball game. Oh, boy. Hey, are you sneezing a lot lately? You have been?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, my whole family, actually, since we moved to Texas. out of their minds with sneezing. And
Right.
I lived in Florida forever. No, it was okay.
Dallas is the worst place on earth for allergies, and I'm
Absolutely.
sure plenty of people disagree with that that are listening right now.
They don't live here.
Right, but it's people are saying everywhere, my gosh, it's worse now. My allergies are getting worse. What's happened? All this stuff. Okay, somebody sent me this story, and I thought at first glance when I saw the headline that I was just going to add it to the list of insane stories that we were going to get to about, the crazy stuff going on in the world, because here's the headline. Yes, botanical sexism has led to more pollen in American cities. And you're
Yes, botanical sexism.
Botanical
All
sexism.
right.
What is
right,
it? Right?
Okay. Okay. So your tease is
All right.
that you see that and you think, all right.
All right, this is stupid. This is going to
Stop
be
it.
some sort of I got it. Am I going to have to start identifying trees by their pronouns? Please. So anyhow.
Botanical sexism.
So here's what is happening is that male trees produce pollen. Okay? That's just the way it works. Birds and bees, trees, right? So.
Wait.
What? Birds and bees and trees, we're updating it. Okay, so here's the thing. Cities have been, since 1949, when the Department of Agriculture produced a guideline for urban planning, one of the things that no pun intended, took root that still continues to this day is that the more ornamental trees, the female trees that drop the seedlings and whatever, right? You don't want your city workers spending time having to rake them up and take care of it, and they just, it's almost like pollution, It's like, what's all this crap here on the sidewalk,
The city put those in, now it's all over my yard, I don't know what's going on.
And so they're putting in the male trees that require no special attention to clean up after, which is the opposite of real life. And so now you've got all of these trees in cities to beautify these cities without dropping stuff on the sidewalk.
Right.
They produce more pollen, hence we're all now sneezing more. It's not just in your head. Isn't that fascinating?
That is really fascinating.
Botanical sexism came and bit us right
Plus,
there.
you would think, and that's the urban planners, right? Inside the city planning.
Yeah.
So, because you'd think that at least someplace they've got to have some plan for refurbishing, right? And regrowing trees. And you want the females that leave the seedlings to grow more trees, right?
Right. I guess they're just shipping them
So
in.
we just need
or
to
what?
plant we just need to plant more.
But I mean, they did a big study. I mean, they found that this wasn't just in our heads. I mean, they did a big study, and here's a quote from one of the lead researchers. In recent decades, city planning strategies have promoted the masculinization of the urban forest, planting male trees over female trees for their litter-free characteristics.
I don't know, maybe. Is it the crystallization of... I can't think of the quote from the Dingleberry. It's in here somewhere,
But he said the problem we got into is we tried to engineer this in terms of beauty or aesthetics, and now we're feeling it physically. It's not in your head. Botanical sexism is a thing.
It does exist.
Yeah, we'll post this out.
Nice, we definitely will put those. I've got to go through the 360. I got to find my boy, though. I got to find him because it's, I don't know. Maybe. Is it the sexism? I don't know. Maybe. We never got to, yesterday we had such a big deal throughout the show of the Jeff Bezos flight. And we don't have to show it. I mean, you've already seen it. It was everywhere.
Did you want to clip
but
afterward?
It happened right after
we
this
missed
program. Out. And nobody let me. I couldn't. Hillary said no. I couldn't do the 4-minute buzz. Glenn said no.
Yeah, that's rude.
I know, right?
I mean, you are this space reporter for the Blaze.
Thank you. And Glenn and Stu are asking questions down there that I had the answers to. If you listen to this program,
by the way, if you did hear the Glenn Beck program yesterday, and they were talking about. Why do you think they call it New Shepard? Yeah.
Thank you.
And the reason being, Alan Shepard.
And it was the anniversary. That's why
they
did it today, because it was the anniversary
and
of
that's
the moonwalk of the
chose
first moon. That's correct. Anyway, and so what did Bezos say? Do we have time to air?
I don't know. You can play it if you want to. Go ahead and push play on that one, I guess. I don't know.
I want to thank
he's got a stupid
cowboy hat.
Every Amazon employee and every Amazon customer.
Yep.
Because you guys paid for all of this.
Oh, thank you. Okay,
there you
that's
go.
fine.
Congratulations.
And I will say it was
Amazon
fascinating. Yesterday, we talked about how he handed his cowboy hat to his DuBois before he got into the capsule.
How'd they get that back on
but
there?
the DuBois put it back in the capsule because he put it on when he was coming off after the landing.
Is absolutely
He's not going
attached.
anywhere without that cowboy hat.
Attached to that hat. Yeah.
I know. So, I mean, I don't know if you can get it on Amazon, but you can certainly email them to buy tickets on the next flight from Blue Origin.
Hey, get this. My shower heads, they arrived same day yesterday. Nice. I got them.
You're welcome, Jeff.
Pat Gray. Only on the Blaze Radio Network.